Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Behind me, Mr. Tasca's beautiful 2025 Escalade V. Guys, Mr. Tasca and his family are into racing big time. If you haven't heard the Tasca family, just Google it or put it on YouTube. You'll see a whole bunch of racing stuff that they're into, mainly NHRA stuff. So they are a very car-heavy family, very car enthusiast. They don't want to keep stuff stock. And Carl was no exception. He shipped this baby to us all the way from Rhode Island with literally 8 miles on the odometer. It was a brand new vehicle with the sticker still on it, and said, give me your Stage 4 package. I want a car that I can drive and have fun with. That sounds badass. So let's pop the hood and I'll show you exactly what we did to this thing.
Experience the thrill of unrivaled performance. Our team of experts takes your ride to the next level. From horsepower gains to custom enhancements, we deliver results. Late model Racecraft. We talking or we racing?
All right, beautiful 2025, literally 8 miles on the odometer. Love tearing into brand new cars. I absolutely love it. So Mr. Tasca wanted something that he could daily drive if he wants to, but also for the weekend. Didn't want to worry about having to do race gas or E85. Just wanted to go to the local gas station, put pump gas in it, and enjoy it. So we chose our Stage 4 package, as well as something a little bit different as far as the camshaft goes. We went ahead and did a stealth cam so that the car idles without having the chop on it, but we still get the extra horsepower and torque from the larger duration and lift from the cam, as well as the fuel lobe for the mechanical fuel pump, while still maintaining factory-like street and drivability manners. So Stage 4 package, guys. Supercharger comes off, completely ported from our guys over at Greg at Kong Performance. We custom build a elbow from the Supercharger to allow for the large Nick Williams throttle body that feeds the S&B Cold Air. From there, guys, we spin the Supercharger a little bit harder because we're making the engine more efficient with American Racing, long tube headers with high flow cats. Also, the breathers on this thing. Anytime we do more boost on factory applications, we like to make sure we can get rid of all the crankcase pressure on these engines. So we have a breather. Each valve cover vents to a breather that's in the fender that then runs to the back of the vehicle, so you don't get any of that smell inside the cab while sitting at stoplights in traffic with the AC on. Sometimes the old school cars with built motors, when the rings are loose and you have a breather sitting under the hood, you see it smoking, guys, it gets inside the cab and you can really smell it in the AC. So we want to make sure that any breather that we install on any of the new Escalades, any of the new CT5s, last thing you want is to be dressed nice and smell fumes or exhaust fumes from your vehicle. So the breather goes in the fender, exit out the back. That way there's no smell and the car runs and drives like stock. So again, Stage 4 package, the engine comes out. We do cam, springs, retainers, and push rods. And y'all have seen some of our previous Escalades where they're chopping really hard at idle, just like our Corvettes and Camaros. This one's different, where he said, can we still make good horsepower and make it idle good too? And I said, yes. This is the second one now we've done with a stealth cam. Again, guys, what that means is the cam is still larger than stock. So the duration's larger, has more lift, the lobe separation, things are just changed so that the idle sound is like factory. So when we start this car up, I know it has a camshaft in it. I can barely hear it, but 99% of the world would have no idea this thing has anything done to it with the exhaust closed and even with the exhaust open. It just sounds like it has exhaust on it from the headers and the high flow cats. It's truly amazing that a 25 Escalade with our, I call it our Stage 4 package, just making over 900 flywheel horsepower. They baseline 500, and this one was 551 rear wheel horsepower. We stopped at 775 rear wheel horsepower, so that's about over 900 horsepower, and still idle and drive like a stock car, just like it came off the showroom floor. These things are so impressive. So not only did we do the performance work, guys, we also, because it's a brand new car, we wanted to protect his paint. We did the full paint correction, ceramic coating, and PPF. And A 2025, guys, does look different than the 23s. Interior is one of the main things. The whole screen, the dash goes all the way across, where a 23 and 24 stop about right here. You also have a screen here for AC controls and other controls. Traction control and other driving modes are in here. Yeah, the back is beautiful. Now, Mr. Tasca, that white interior, man, I know your gearheads and your family's gearheads. I don't know how you're gonna keep that white clean, but good luck to you. I know with 3 kids, there's no way I'd have that white interior, but it looks absolutely beautiful. From the back, everything looks just like a 23 or 24. And in a second, I'll start it so y'all can hear the camshaft. But move to the front. This is how you can tell the difference between a 23, 24, and a 25, is the headlights here in the front, guys. This looks on a CT5V and the Escalade Vs. The 25 has the new headlight with the light that comes across it right here. This whole front end looks different. In my opinion, it actually looks really badass. It looks really sharp. And so again, over 900 horsepower on a daily driver. I call them grocery getters. You can hop in these cars and go get groceries every day. My wife has one. Make 900 horsepower and still sound like this is incredible. Because as y'all see, most of our GM Corvettes and Camaros that we build, those guys, they want them to cam and sound badass like muscle cars. Well, Cadillac guys, some of them do want the chop. Some want them to sound just like stock. So, long tube headers, high flow cats. That's the exhaust closed. Literally sounds like stock. You don't hear it chopping at all. And then I can open the exhaust. Makes it a little bit louder, but y'all can still hear how smooth that idle is. There's no crazy chop. So when you're at a stoplight and park, like I said, no one knows anything done to it. That way it has 100% street manners, just like it came from the factory. So I'm gonna hop in it now and go have some fun. Not until you step on it do you hear it. To go from that and then close it, make it quiet and free rev it, that's how they sound from the factory. It's so crazy. Now again, some of our customers with the Escalade Vs, they want the chop. They want to hear it. They want to make it sound like the Corvettes and Camaros we do, the push rod motors with the large camshafts in them. So we do them both ways. So you Escalade V owners out there, or Cadillac CT5 V owners out there, or your Corvette guys out there, just know that we can make the horsepower almost identical and still have the cam and have the car idle like stock, just from the way we grind the camshaft. It still is larger than stock, like I previously said. And again, because these are mechanical fuel pumps, we use that camshaft to spin that mechanical fuel pump over 30% harder than stock to give us the fuel we need on the mechanical side. And I previously mentioned the low side pump. We have 2 pumps now in the tank to feed all this, to make sure that we have enough fuel on pump gas to keep these cars nice and safe and happy. But to be able to put this thing in drive like that at a complete stop and idles as smooth as can be. I always do the water test. Y'all see in the other cars I show when they're camming really hard, you'll see the water going back. This thing literally idles like stock. If with the headers on it, when the exhaust is open and you step on the throttle, that's when you know you got a lot of shit done to it, especially when it throws you back in the seat. These cars are a blast to drive. They're all-wheel drive, so they dead hook and go. And they're so comfortable. We now have 132 miles on the odometer. I absolutely love it. Thank you, Mr. Tasca, for shipping us this beautiful baby and giving us the opportunity to build you one badass daily driver because it is fun as hell. That is insane. So we also tune the transmission in these things. So from the factory, this thing would be shifting like at 5,800 RPMs. Right there after we tune it, the camshaft, it makes power all the way to like 7,000 RPMs. So now we can raise the shift point on this thing so it makes power all the way through the power band. And when the shift extension comes, you're still in the power band. It makes a complete difference driving one of these with a stock TCM in it versus one that we've tuned. Night and day difference. Also, most of these customers are going to do what I just did right there. Just stoplight to stoplight, floor it, have fun. For those of you that watch my channel, for the Corvette and Camaro guys that roll race a lot, we tune them so that they will auto upshift in manual mode. So right now I'm in drive, just cruising. Actually, I'm going to put it back in drive. So I'm in drive, cruising. Someone pulls up next to me. For the 25, the manual button is here on the steering wheel. You hit the M button. I can tap it down to whatever gear I want so I can be at the right RPM. Someone pulls up next to me and I can just floor it. And it shifts all by itself. I don't have to look down, look at the tack, and hit the tap up button every time. I can keep my hands on the wheel, concentrate on the road, and let the car do its job for me. Let the computer do everything it's gonna do. It's gonna shift it at the exact spot we want it to, instead of you having to worry about looking down and shifting it yourself. It makes it so much easier for the roll race customers. Again, Cadillac Escalade guys probably won't roll race it much, but in case they do, we still set it up to do that for you. Most Cadillac guys are not downshifting these things like this and doing fun stuff like this. Golly. Just dead hooks and goes. I don't want to say how fast we're going, but well over 3 digits, real freaking easy. And these things are heavy as hell, and they accelerate so quick and so smooth. It's so easy to drive. Put it back in normal drive. Yeah. Man, these things are hard to beat, guys. I know they're very expensive from the factory, but Cadillac, they produce a very nice product. And we add our performance package to it. Man, there's no comparison. There's really no beating it. I don't see why you would want anything different than something like this. Again, it's about customer preference when it comes to the sound of the camshaft, the way the car idles. Again, some people want to pull into a parking lot and have everyone hear that it has a camshaft in it. It's chopping its ass off. And yes, we've done hundreds of them that way, and we can do them that way. But we also have some customers, like Mr. Tasca, who is a gearhead, who has cars that chop their ass off. He said, man, for this one, it's a new Cadillac. If you can make the horsepower, I'm down to keep it a stealth cam, make it nice and smooth. But he was like, if you need it to chop to make the horsepower, make it chop. I was like, no, we can still make over 770 rear wheel horsepower with a stealth cam in it. He was like, do it. And man, this is a perfect example. This thing literally drives exactly how it did off the showroom floor, just with more sound and obviously a lot more horsepower. So I'm gonna go, I'll do one more flyby for Jason, and I'm data logging everything right now. I always check the shift points when I'm done. I test drive these cars. Again, they're low mileage, so we try to keep as many miles off them as possible, but we do have to test drive them to ensure that all the shift points are exactly where we want them to be with the different temperatures outside. It's really hot here. It's over 100 something degrees. Worst case scenario for conditions. Y'all see how the front end, just feel like the whole front end of this thing raises up when we get on it? I mean, it's crazy. I sure as hell do. Super clean, super smooth, easy to drive. Just put pump gas in it, go, and have fun. Whether it's just you by yourself having fun, or take your buddies for a ride, go to the grocery store, or take your whole family for a ride, and someone pulls up to you at a stoplight, I know I don't want to get beat by some kid in a Mustang, so even in my wife's car, I gotta make sure it's got some horsepower in it. It sounds good. So, you Cadillac guys out there, again, Mr. Tasca shipped this all the way from Rhode Island. No matter where you're at in the world, guys, we build cars from everywhere. And if you can't locate one, say if you're out of the country, we can locate a vehicle for you, build it, and ship it to you. We do it all the time. We can go by container or by airplane, depending on how much money you want to spend on transport out of the country. Obviously, in the United States, enclosed trailers, both ways, to and from us. We handle all that for you. You just call us, you give us a deposit on the package. We are usually 2 to 3 months out before we get you in. We make sure we have all the parts on hand, ready to go. So when the car comes in, we keep it for 2 weeks, 1 week of building, a couple days of tuning, another day of making a cool video, depending on the vehicle. And then this one, ceramic coating, full PPF. Now it's ready to go back home to Mr. Tasca. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Any of you Cadillac guys out there interested in the package, go to our website, fill out an inquiry. One of our sales staff will get you taken care of. So there's several options to choose from. You don't have to go with this 900 plus horsepower package. We have lower packages out there, and we even have steps higher than this if you want to. It just gets expensive, either changing the supercharger or more fuel system to take E85 or something like that. Most customers that have these vehicles just want to put 93 or 91, depending on where they're from, and just drive them and enjoy them. For the extra X amount of dollars to switch to E85, again, someone that wants everything, we do it. Most customers, this is where I would keep my Escalade V if it was mine, that if I'm still gonna drive it a lot, drive it every day. Now if I'm trying to go out there and set records, go to the track and do stuff with it, then of course, I'd put port injection on it, put it on E85, and let this thing make, you know, almost 1,000 rear wheel horsepower, all-wheel drive, which would be cool as shit. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one, Mr. Tasca. Thank you again, and I hope you and your family enjoy it. Until next time. All right, guys, something I forgot to mention. On our Stage 4 package, 900 plus horsepower package, we recently started adding an in-tank fuel pump just for safety reasons. We do have a lot of customers that just go 0 to 60 in these things and have fun, but every once in a while we have customers that say, hey, I'm gonna go 150, 180 miles an hour in it. We wanna just make sure that the engine has all the fuel it needs for the direct injection, for the mechanical fuel pump, and for the DI injectors. So we put an extra fuel pump in the tank, so it runs on the factory fuel pump, and then once it sees boost, our controller kicks on the second fuel pump to feed the mechanical fuel pump and injectors. Something I keep forgetting to mention when I make these videos. Because it is more cost involved in doing it, but it's just a safety precaution on our end, so that the customers, if they do want to go 180 miles an hour on these things, the low side fuel pressure will stay at the rate that we want it to, the PSI that we want it to keep the mechanical fuel pump and injectors happy.